Hello my dear students, how are you? I hope you are fine, you may be fine and you are doing your good job with sincere studies and learning with a joy. No doubt about it my dear students, may God bless you, just keep it up. And right now, at this moment, we are going to learn very brilliant poem, a very meaningful and mind-blowing poem. So, our title of the poem 2.2 The Sower, S-O-W-E-R. It is a farmer. 2.2 The Sower, S-O-W-E-R. So this is the poem. Part number first we are going to learn. So basically this poem written by world famous and very popular poet novelist Victor Hugo, Victor Victor Hugo. The poem, basically I am going to tell you a short summary in English. थोडक्यात इंग्रजीमध्ये आपल्याला शॉर्ट समरी सांगणार आहे आपल्याला अंडरस्टँडिंग व्हावी म्हणून. Basically this poem The Sower is a translation of the famous French author Victor Hugo. His work, translation of his work, poetic work. He was a poet, novelist and dramatist also. Toru Latta Dutt was the first Indian poetess to write verse in English and French language. She translated this verse from French language to English language. So poetess to write the verse in English and French, Toru Dutt translated Victor Hugo's poem Saison des Semiles. So this is written in French language. That's why you will be able to listen something differently. Le Soir, L-E-S-O-I-R, Le Soir. From French to English, the poem The Sower describes a farmer. This poem basically describes to the farmer. Seen in the dusk, before sun rising there is a light, it is called dusk. Seen in the dusk, and already who is present in the farms and fields to sow, S-O-W, and he has seen bad harvests also, but he optimistically, very positively and confidently toils to raise the next crop. So this was a short summary. As well as in addition to this, I'll tell you again another short summary to this paraphrase you can say. Now here in the first scene, the poet is seated in the front of her house watching the evening scene before her eyes or in front of her eyes. The sun is setting. Twilight means Andhuk Prakash, a very what we can say, not effective light, very faint one. Twilight has set in. Daylight is fast fading as night falls upon the earth. Working hours are almost over. but in the dimness, faint light, dimness of the dusk, very early in the morning before sun rising, she is able to see a farmer still among his farms and fields. She describes this particular farmer as old and poor, patiently surveying the land. Patiently, that farmer is surveying the land. Also, surveying the land around him from each and every direction. She perceives a feeling of respect for the peasant. His figure dark against the evening skies towers over the plowed soil. ही जमीन नांगरलेली आहे. Clouds are over, towers are over plowed the soil. He is ready for the task at hand. He is going to sow the seeds which sometime in the future he will harvest. Sometime in the future that farmer will take harvest. The old farmer walks up and down and scatters the seeds methodically, step by step, under the darkening sky. Under the darkening sky. The poet, deep in thought, thinking, watches him, observes him, means to particularly to the farmer. He is very noble. He is very noble and impressive figure, as well as he seems to touch the starry sky from where she is watching. Actually, this was the paraphrase and this was the poem's English translation translated by Toru Dutt. Toru Dutt, she was the first Indian poet. She was the first Indian poet or poetess, you can say, to write verse in English and French language, both languages. Now my dear students, let's know this poem's summary in Marathi translation for your better understanding and better writing practice in exam or to obtain maximum marks in your upcoming exam. तर विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, या कवितेचा भावार्थ हा आहे. ही कविता शेतकरी या थीमवरती आधारित आहे. तर चला जाणून घेऊया आपण शेतकरी काय करतो. आता या कवयित्रीला तोरू दत्त, बेसिकली ही कविता आहे विक्टर ह्युगो यांची, पण तोरू दत्त यांनी ट्रान्सलेट केलेली आहे फ्रेंच लँग्वेज मधून इंग्लिश लँग्वेज मध्ये. या कवयित्रीला तिच्या घराच्या प्रवेशद्वाराशी सायंकाळचे दृश्य पाहत ही कवयित्री निवांत बसलेली आहे. सूर्य आकाशामधला झपाट्याने मावळतो आहे, अस्त होत आहे आणि आकाशामध्ये आता संधीर प्रकाश पसरू लागलेला आहे. मंद मंद प्रकाश पसरू लागलेला आहे. जमिनीवर सावल्यांचा खेळही सुरू झालेला आहे. कामाची वेळ जवळपास ही संपत आलेली असूनही समोरच्या शेतामध्ये रानामध्ये अजूनही रेंगाळताना ती पाहते. तो म्हातारा शेतकरी जीर्ण आणि जुन्या कपड्यामधला तो कष्टकरी माणूस, काबाड कष्ट करणारा माणूस अत्यंत चिकाटीने शेतामध्ये काम करणारा पाहून कवयित्रीच्या मनामध्ये त्याच्याविषयी विलक्षण आदराची भावना, आपुलकीची भक्तीची भावना ही दाटून येते. त्या मावळत्या सूर्याच्या संदीप प्रकाशामध्ये काय होतं? त्या मावळत्या सूर्याच्या संदीप प्रकाशामध्ये त्याची भव्य काळी आकृती नांगरलेल्या शेतामध्ये दूरवर पसरलेली तिला दिसते. अशा शेतकरी पेरणीच्या कामासाठी आता शेतकरी हा पेरणीच्या कामासाठी रानामध्ये सज्ज झालेला आहे. पेरणी झाल्यानंतर लवकरच पीक कापणीला येईल अशी आशा उराशी बाळगत हातातले धान्याचे ते मौल्यवान, अतिशय मौल्यवान मोती दाणे तो आपल्या ओळीने जमिनीमध्ये पसरवत पुढे 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 चाललेला आहे, जात आहे. आणि त्याचे हे काम आणि त्याचे उत्कृष्ट काम ही कवयित्री तोरू दत्त अतिशय गर्क होऊन तल्लीन होऊन पाहते. आणि पुढे उजेड आता सायंकाळच्या वेळी, संध्याकाळच्या वेळी हळूहळू मंदावत चाललेला आहे. आणि सर्वत्र अंधार आणि गडद होऊ लागलेला आहे, अधिकाधिक गडद होऊ लागलेला आहे. आणि याबरोबरच त्या पार्श्वभूमीवर कामाला घडलेली शेतकऱ्याची ती मूर्ती या कवयित्रीला तोरू दत्तला विलक्षण तेजस्वी अशी भासते, ओजस्वी अशी भासते, प्रकाशमान अशी भासते, दैदिप्यमान अशी भासते. जणू त्याची प्रतिमा तिला आभाळा एवढी, आकाशा एवढी विशाल, प्रभावी व उदात्त झाल्यासारखे वाटते. उदात्त आणि विशाल काय झाल्यासारखे वाटते. तर विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, आपल्याला सहज कळावं म्हणून, सुलभ व्हावं म्हणून, याचं नीट आकलन व्हावं म्हणून आपल्याला मराठीमधून थोडक्यात ट्रान्सलेशन करून याची समरी सांगितलेली आहे. आता काही इम्पॉर्टंट क्वेश्चन अँड आन्सर्स आहेत, ते आपण डिस्कस करूया. सो माय डियर स्टुडंट्स, let's discuss some of the important questions and answers. Interpretation, understanding of poetic devices. Now here the word marches suggest, what this word suggests? Marches. What is the meaning of this word? Here interpretation is that in the form of correct answer, the poet here describes the peasant or farmer as someone who is in command of the land and fields around him. The word here marches, he along the plain in the line indicates he is in charge of the place and controls the activities that take place over there. He knows what has to be done. He knows that what has to be done. Now here some of the important questions are there. Poet here observes. Poet has observed the shore very closely. Express in your own words the reverence the poet has for the shore or the farmer. So what can be the correct answer, my dear students? In the form of your own opinion. So please listen to this carefully and pay your great attention. The poet observes here, he observes that the old farmer is still at work at dusk. So he doesn't end his work just because it is twilight, very faint light is there, slightly light is coming, or because others may have ended their working day. She feels wonder and respect. I feel a thrilling at his dark shade. Alone in the field, alone in the farms and field. Also looming over his land. He dutifully plods up and down. Also sowing. SOWING. Sowing म्हणजे बियाणे पेरणे, बीज पेरणे. As she is lost in thought, for he works alone in order that many may eat. EAT. So my dear students, so there is important question. Pick out the examples of alliteration from the poem and write it down. Write them down into your own words, or you may write in your own words. So what is meant by alliteration? Alliteration means repeatedly some sound or letters are coming. Basically, sounds are coming in the poetic lines to achieve or attain particular poetic effect written by the or composed by the poet. There is a line, but a sower, SOWER, lingers still. But a sower lingers still. Seems to touch the starry skies. The sibilant occurs in the same line. The letter yes begins 3 words of the 6th in a line from his hands. The letter H for horse. The letter H begins adjacent words in front of, nearby, very nearby. Adjacent means in front of or very nearby. Darkness depends. Adjacent words begin with the letter D or D, sound D. So here next question seems to touch starry sky. Seems to touch the starry sky. The poet has used word imagery. Describe the idea and pick out other similar examples from the poem. Seems to touch starry skies. What imagery is there? Poetic device is there. Imagery म्हणजे कल्पना किंवा कल्पना विश्व, कल्पना करणे. Imagery is descriptive language for the reader specially to better imagine the work of the poet. Imagery draws on the 5 senses, namely taste, touch, sight, smell and sound, and also adds symbolism to the work. Seems to touch the starry skies. The poet creates an image of a huge figure. The farmer's position in society is very, very important. It plays very vital role. Because farmer is the best to the any nation's or country's economy. or economics. The farmer is irreplaceable, unreplaceable. He toils to feed himself as well as his fellows, although they often do not acknowledge him and his sacrifices, basically his dedication and sacrifices to the land of crop production, farms and fields. A farmer is a giant among the members of society. So my dear students, in this way we have discussed so far introduction to the poem in brief, then paraphrase in the form of short summary in English, then in the paraphrase or short summary in Marathi translation for your better understanding. So thank you very much my dear students. May God bless you. Take care of your health and all the family members and enjoy your learning. Bye bye. Thank you very much for listening to me with an excellent attention. Thank you my dear students. Bye bye.